one of the other things, and I don't know if all our business should be out there like that for folk to examine, but I also think though there's something liberating about seeing yourself in this such a public sphere with power in the midst of it. But there was a conversation about black money that was being had that I want to play, which is actually clip 5. Smiz, let's play that.
Because of this case and because of my stance on gangs, my life was being threatened regularly. My father urged me to leave our home. At the same time, as luck would have it, Robin wanted to give up her lease because she wanted to move in with this new man she met, who eventually became her husband. And so, as life circumstances worked, my dad was begging me to leave the house. He was afraid for me, afraid for his grandchildren. She wanted someone to take over her lease so that she didn't, have to pay a fee or get abandoned. And so, I don't remember when, but probably March or April of 21, I moved in and take over her lease.
And did you pay her or did you pay the leasing agent?
No, I don't even know who the leasing agent was. I paid her.
You paid her. Did you pay her cash or did you use the card?
There were some times that I would give her cash, but mostly I paid her via Cash App. That would be the most convenient thing. So I would not only give her rent, but then like when the utilities would come in, whatever the utility was, she might be like, I need $70, I need $100, whatever it was. And we never had a problem with money. Whatever she told me it was, I never asked to see a bill. I never questioned her. I just gave it to her.
What percentage would you say you paid cash versus Cash App?
Oh, the vast majority was Cash App. I don't know what percentage. I'm not going to guess that. But the vast majority was Cash App. But there would be times she would say, this bill came in at $70. Here goes $70.
Did you have a monthly rent amount that you paid her?
I can't remember. It was $1,500. I can't remember what it was. And it would vary, which I don't understand to this day. But like I said, I never questioned.
When did you move out?
She said it was. That's what I paid.
When did you
I
move
abruptly moved out in February, either late January or early February of 22.
Of 22.
Yes,
February
ma'am.
2022, is that what you said?
February of 22. I believe it is January, but I paid her half the rent of February of 22 is what I remember. And because I was offering to pay the whole rent, even though I didn't live there, I didn't think it was right. And I ended up just paying her half the rent.
So that's after you moved out. You said you paid her half the rent. Okay. And the time that you said you had to move out of your house because you were scared, did your dad stay there at your house?
My father was concerned. Yes, we were both concerned.
Okay. But he remained there.
My father was 80 years old. He would have been 79. He was scared to death of COVID. You have to go back to when this was. My father's an older man. I wanted him to move out. We had some discussions about him moving out, and what he decided was the risk of COVID was more dangerous than the risk of the people that were threatening. Typical man, more worried about his daughter and his grandchildren than his own safety. You'll get to meet him, and you'll understand he doesn't scare too easily.
Pause. We're going to get to meet her father. But the rent that you pay your friends, and then the price is different, and then she just paid it, and sometimes it was in cash. Sometimes we're so complicated with how it was no agency. It was just,
It used to be simple. Robin caught it straight though. Because she said, I don't know why the rent was different every month, but I paid it anyway.
No,
I feel like
this woman, I think,
bit of
snitched
restraint
on her, though. I think this was one of the people that's not her friends anymore. That she's
not
friends with. This was
okay.
So she caught it. She didn't catch a stray.
She caught a regular bullet.
Focus on the task at hand. Do not use this time to roast people who have wronged you. You calling some girl a liar, saying she's stealing from you. You saying the other dude meat don't work. What does got to do with whether or not you qualified to prosecute the old president?
That's her point, though, Roy. That's her point. The whole
if
thing.
My meat don't work, it's none of your business.
No, if we're gonna be ridiculous, then let me just be ridiculous. I think she was mirroring for them what this looks like.
An innocent man's sexual reputation is being dragged onto national television. It's messed up.
A coworker, even y'all still work together. Yeah. He got to go back to the office today after lunch.
I want to know who told.
And y'all wonder why Shaq is right. You don't tell nothing to a woman because she's going to use it against you. This man opened up to her, said, babe, he could have lied. He could have said, I ain't got no condom. He could have said, I wanted to wait. But he told her the truth. He said, hey, ma'am, my meat does not work tonight. Would you mind waiting for a later time to have sex? And then what does she do under oath? We can do it anyway, because his meat wasn't working anyhow. So I don't even know what question you're asking.
He should have never told her the only thing a woman can do for him is make him a sandwich. It was written. It was written that day. He didn't know when she was gonna get him back, but it was coming.
All right, we got the clip so that people can hear it out of her mouth. And I think it's important too that you hear things out of people's mouths. Play that clip, Smiz. The clip where he was. She said, "If you're a woman." Oh, do we have that clip? Did I not pull that clip? The only thing a man could do from not that one. Okay, hold on before we play that. That's not the one where he told her that the only thing a woman could do is make a sandwich.
It's a different, so it's two different clips. One of them is him saying that, which is crazy. Anyway, he told a woman that he was messing with. And,
I'm gonna have to find that.
And the other one is the meat clip, okay?
All right, I'm gonna have to. Let's go to the phone. People waiting to get on. Let's go to Willie, because I just like the name. Willie in South Carolina. You're on the Karen Hunter Show. Roy Wood Jr. and Roderick Morrow are here. Hi.
Hey. Good afternoon, everybody. Roy and yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
He sounds like a Willie too. I like this brother. Keep going.
Yeah, I really enjoyed her testimony yesterday. She really put it to him. And one thing that I disagree with Roy on is that when your life, her father came on today. He said she moved 4 times. When your life is being threatened, one thing about these Trump cowards that follow him, all they do is threaten people all the time. Threats all the time. I don't know if any of you ever been threatened multiple times. And just like the mother and the daughter that were threatened, who were worked the voting booth, and how they had to move, and how the elderly lady was afraid to go to the grocery store, and all of that type of stuff. These cowards are always threatening people. You never hear of that happening to a Democrat as much. You know,
right.
That Democrats are threatening Republicans. But her life is being threatened. So she's moving. So she paid for that condo. She paid cash or cash app because she didn't want to leave any trace, and I don't blame her. So the other two moves she didn't mention. But this lady is on the run.
Yeah.
And she's still on the run.
Yeah.
And you need that cash to make those moves very fast. Yeah. You're absolutely right. She definitely has the job of extenuating circumstances.
Yeah.
And that's messed up about them 2 poll workers as well, because it's not like they were the only ones counting votes.
Right. No, but Giuliani did that. Giuliani did that, which is why he too is bankrupt now, because he got to pay them money, but it's not going to bring them back their lives. They had a house that they were in for 30 years. That one of the, I was raised in this house and I can't go back to it now because they put their address out, because that's what cowards do. And you're going to harass and threaten the lives of people because they counted votes and they did their civic duty. It's ridiculous. When Fani Willis went to the bathroom, the bailiff walked in front of her, and then there were 2 big black dudes that were right behind her, and they were like, "Not on my watch. We're gonna be right at the bathroom."
We were at the Route 100 gala that I was hosting back in December at the Apollo, and she was one of the honorees at the gala. Her team came in ahead of her, and this is the Apollo, and it's us.
Right.
It's
they know where to find us. They know where to find us.
And they swept that thing top to bottom, and I was in that upstairs green, that little small green room upstairs.
Yes, that smell like fish grease.
Yeah, they came up there. They go, "Hey, play, be clearing this one out." And security was kind. I give her credit. Funny, she got some of the kindest, politest security. They ain't like rapper security. Politician security is courteous. They're very nice. "Hey, brother, we just gonna secure this area for Fani, if you don't mind." I was like, absolutely, brother. I understand the situation. So if she's moving like that around us, I can only imagine how she has to move, from day to day, just being in traffic, just riding home. It's not safe for a woman like that.
And I think also people, we forget but the kind of bravery you need to have these positions and do this work that is necessary work for the public. Someone got to hold these people accountable. When somebody do, like, everybody not on the same page with their fellow citizens. So you need somebody that's willing to undergo this, because they had another lawyer they were questioning about how she hired him, older white man, like former governor or something. And he said, I told them no. Like, they asked me to do, would I want to be working on this trial? I said no, because I already got people that's threatening me now, and I'm not getting involved. So it takes a certain mentality, and I think that mentality, you can't disassociate that from her attitude in that courtroom.
Right.
But like when she got on that stand, you know, she's a fighter. Do you think
when she took the job, because I can't imagine, she's been, a lawyer for most of her adult life, right? So you couldn't imagine your literal life being threatened and it being serious, right? Because judges get killed in this country, prosecutors get, like, the folk are wilding. You can't even go to a Super Bowl parade nowadays, or any kind of concert, or to school. Damn it! Like, in this country, it is really, you don't know where you can be safe. We had a little incident at Healthy Wealthy Wise that I didn't even process as it being dangerous until people were like, the climate. So for a person to come into our closed space and walk with a bag to the front of the room, everybody was like, oh, not on my watch. Like, it was going down. But, I didn't even process that could have we could have been in danger.
I think in America, everybody at this point, even if you're not a prosecutor, you thinking about the danger of just going out, going to a movie, going to the Super Bowl parade, and
to
then
a supermarket.
Right. And for these prosecutors, I think they absolutely consider that. And they do the job despite that, which I do applaud, because that's a hard job. And I know I ain't got it in me. That'd be the quickest way for everybody to get off trial, is to be like, I'm coming to your house. I'm like, bro, I think you innocent. I don't even know why you need to do that.
But I think part of why we don't consider that at first thought about her is because the court system, by and large, isn't fair to Black people. And then you're holding a job where your job is to put, amongst other races, Black people in jail. So the idea that, let's just be real, some people is in jail need to be in jail, and you needed a good prosecutor to make sure that the case stuck so that person goes to jail.
Right.
And in that effect, you are putting your life on the line, but you're risking your life in a job that isn't respected because of the reputation of the institution which within the job operates. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't even consider what Willie just called in with. Because it's like you need 6 months of cash, because you just need to drop a 2-month deposit, first and last, off the rip. And I ain't giving you no check because I don't want you to know who I am. Or you got to get that cash to a third party and let them get get everything in their name.
866-801-8255. Let's head over, and thank you, Willie, to Yvette in Connecticut. You're on the Karen Hunter Show. Roy Wood Jr. and Roderick Morrow are here. Hello, Yvette.
Hey, Karen, Roderick, and Roy. Well,
Hey.
I'm glad it's Foolishness Friday, but I don't really have much foolishness to talk about. But Karen, I just want to tell you, yesterday you started me off with Fani, and I got in the house, got from a car to the house, and it was on the TV, and I had you in the earphones. I said, I'm sorry, Karen, but I gotta go.
I ain't mad. I know my ratings plummeted. Yeah, I know I had nobody listening to me. I was wondering why we weren't getting any calls. Shoot.
I was Karen to watch right now. But now they got all our money business in the street. Now we're gonna have to dig a hole in the back somewhere. Because
I feel like her address. I feel like where she lives now, don't nobody know. Because I've been very masterful. I stay like 2 or 3 addresses away from my actual address. And there's a PO box. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to build distance from yourself in the zeitgeist, and then play. It's a shell game. And as she said, she's paying mortgage on a place she doesn't stay at. So where she's staying, she's paying cash for. You ain't gonna know where she is right now. And I feel like that's the way it's got to be, and that's unfortunate. But Yvette, finish. I'm sorry. Finish what you got to say.
No, I was just saying, we do keep money in the house because that's what we've been taught, under the mattress. But now it's like all public knowledge. So, we got to be careful now. We can't be telling all our business in the street, but she had to say what she had to say because she's, under oath. But, a couple of months salary, a couple months of rent, so just in case of an emergency or just because you need to have cash on hand. Now people are going to be trying to knock us off and looking all over saying, I know where your money is.
I can tell you right now, they can come for my money, but I ain't got first, last month rent. I got this week, next week bus fare for you, player. I got enough to get on Amtrak. Run up anything you want. First thing I'm gonna do is show them that article of me quitting the Daily Show. I ain't got it no more. Player.
You got it in the box where the money used to be. Like,
I ain't got it no more. It's gone.